Well, I was absolutely thrilled with the way our interim VPAA fit in, and I will give you just one quick story about it. She had been here literally, I believe it was 2 or 3 weeks. We were in a cabinet meeting, so it was one of her very first, maybe, second cabinet meeting, um, all, at all. And we got a call that we had a student in crisis. It's never the call you want to receive, obviously. But what was so amazing was there we were with a new chief academic officer, essentially new VPAA, who immediately, because of her vast experience at other institutions, went into emergency mode on the academic side of the house. Immediately got in touch with the right faculty, figured out what needed to happen in terms of contacts and courses and all kinds of things, while of course people in other areas were doing their thing. I felt an immediate sense of ease that I had a senior leader who was experienced, who could jump in and handle a difficult situation.
Cases, the registry colleagues have become good colleagues, in some cases, good friends, and there's been a nice meshing of the personalities and a nice mixing of the group. And it's good too because we have an agreement at our president's council that we're free to push back, we're free to offer opposing opinions, we wrestle with things, we grapple, and sometimes there can be a lot of back and forth. Our registry colleagues have the freedom to speak their mind, as do our permanent colleagues. And so it's that good professional back and forth and that good professional interplay. But again, I go back to the vetting process and the interview process. We as an institution were very explicit and specific up front in terms of the type of person we were looking for from the registry. And because that process is so good, that I believe is a major component into making these colleagues fit in so well and so seamlessly in the President's Council.
And the wonderful thing about bringing someone in like her and the other candidates that you've shared with us is they have the experience that they need, that we needed. So there was a very, very short window of time for learning about the job because, she was very capable, very qualified, and very experienced from the beginning. So almost immediately, she was able to come in and make some really significant changes to the way that we are structured. She has been able to help usher us, our institution, through phases of implementing guided pathways, which is something that we had struggled with for a number of years. And she's been able to build those strong relationships that we know are important when you're working with faculty and staff on a campus. She's just been, it's been an almost seamless process working with her through the transition. When you look at experience, when you consider experience, I think when you bring people into these kinds of situations, that comes out and that comes through, and they understand very quickly those things like culture, like organizational norms, like governance structures. So she was able to navigate those things very, very easily and very, very quickly.